Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is your fearless leader, Jason Fields. Wanted to come to you today and give you, again, one of the reasons why I want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel that I do is because I do videos like this, tutorials, so that many of you who will say to me, Jason, I want to get into the investment portion. I want to start learning. I want to, going into 2019, I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. And so what I thought I would do was go over, where you go to begin to look at, stock firms, stock companies, research and things like that. And so for me, whenever I'm trying to figure out what I need to do or where I need to go or who's the best to do it with, I'll go into Google and I'll type up, for example, today's video, we're going to cover stock research investment platforms. And so basically what I did was I went into Google and typed up the best stock platforms out there. And so this article came up, and as you can see, the 10 best stock market investment news, analysis, and research site. And so what I want to do was quickly go to this and show you all maybe a little bit of review what these look like, because many of you will begin to choose and you'll find one that's best for you. And so this gives us the 10, what they believe are the 10 best websites. I use Value Line whenever I can. That's not on there, but Value Line is more for institutional portfolio managers, and it's a subscription, and you got to pay. Now, for disclaimer purposes, some of these platforms, the more information you want, the more information you need, you got to pay and you got to upgrade your subscriptions. But for the most part, most of these are free. So the first one is Investopedia. We'll go here. And usually I like to look and see what the layout is of the website. I like Investopedia because it's easy. I contribute articles and I answer questions. I'm part of their system where they have a bunch of financial educators and people willing to answer questions by the public. And so I've done that for them. And I love their educational videos. They really keep things simple. So just looking at this, you can see a lot of the headlines, things of that nature, a lot of news. You go to the top here, for example, you look at markets. Here's where you can start to get to some stock research. Not a bad platform. Let's just see what it looks like. Today I was looking at Bristol Myers Research, Bristol Myers Squibb, the company. And so just to show you what it looked like, we're going to use Bristol Myers just to see what kind of information is available for each one of these platforms. And so you can see right now the price is at 45.73. Not a bad, give you news. Not a lot of in-depth type of information. So down here, they'll give you some more in-depth numbers. And just looking at some of these numbers, you can look at the analyst ratings, which is weird here because 6 people have buy that they would buy this. 2 people believe it's overrated. And right now, 8 people are holding, or they're sitting if you already own it. Just looking at the numbers off the top of my head, this is not a red flag, but this stands out to me. I usually like to see numbers when it comes to return on equity, anywhere from 15 to 20%. And I like to see those kind of numbers consistently. This number is a little bit high for me, the debt to equity ratio, but I get it. Income statement, roughly $1.9 billion, September 2018. Balance sheet, $5.4 billion. Cash flow, 224 million. So decent numbers. Out the gate, I know I wouldn't be in a rush to buy this stock. That's just me personally. But you can see Investopedia's site. They do a lot of education. Their education stuff is very good. Let's go back to Yahoo Finance. I look at Yahoo Finance as well. Yahoo doesn't have, again, a lot of in-depth knowledge, a lot of in-depth numbers for me, but I do I like the fact that it's news, and as you can see, it's a lot of news that you'll see. And so, again, you can go to either their portfolio, their screeners. They have save screeners, equity screeners, and here are the screeners are where you can start typing in numbers for what you're specifically looking for. And that's we'll probably do a video on that, but that's more in depth. They got different markets. We just want to look at, let's just look at stocks most active today. These are right now currently the most active stocks. I did a video on Apple a couple of days ago. As you can see, they're down around $13, down 8% today. So this will, for those of you who you can see what's moving, what's not. Potential buying opportunities or investment opportunities there for you. Motley Fool, I actually have a subscription here. I like these guys because they're pretty okay. They're more buy and hold guys. They keep you informed. They let you know why they feel a certain way. The site is not hard. It's not complicated. As you can see, it's very easy to navigate. One things I like about their stocks, they have a stock advisor. That's one of their flagship services, as you can see, and they give you stocks. And as you can see, the return for their stock advisor portfolio, they're up 341%. So that's not bad. And I actually have a subscription to the stock advisor. I'll show you what that looks like. As you can see, one of the things about the Motley Fool is they'll give you from their guides, their recommendations, some of the best buys here. You can look at, these are the companies. This is the price. I was looking at this Stitch Fix because I didn't know what they did. And Tom is one of their analysts and one of the guys at Motley Fool. So if you click on Stitch Fix, you can see this is one of his 5 buying opportunities that he selected. And it'll give you a readout why they think that is. Again, you could also add it to, if you want to watch it, you can add it. The current price, $17.80. I was looking at this and I probably wouldn't buy this just yet. Again, this is just me. This is not, I'm not giving investment advice or stock tips or anything of that nature. I'm just talking about what I look at, what I would do. Although the price is good, they've actually lost some money, and the price, as you can see here, back in September, they were at $51. So you're talking about a 51%, over 50% decrease in that stock. So again, I'd be a little hesitant on that. The Street, and again, I just want to show you all what these platforms look like so you can again begin to start playing around with these and get a sense as to which ones you're comfortable with. Again, a lot of these are newsworthy. They're great. The Street I've used a lot. They give you good advice, good news articles. As you can see, they comment on a lot of these. Let's see what their cannabis section looks like. And many of these will have some of the same information. It just boils down to how you want to look at it, how you want to read it, what you're looking for. So this section is pretty good. They comment on all of these. I want to go to IPOs and see what's coming out. Again, it gives you good news as to, you know, what IPOs may be coming out. Uber has been hot in the news for about a month or so now. So that's the Street. MSN Money. And again, I look at a lot of these. I don't do MSN Money too much though. Decent site. As again, you'll start to see some of the same articles posted. We'll go to their personal finance. Again, they give you articles. I'm looking for their sort of stock screening type platform. We'll click on top stocks. And again, this one seems to be more newsworthy than anything. Not necessarily you're going to be doing a lot of screening and things of that nature. So they'll give you that, but I don't really use MSN Money too often. Zacks investment research is good. I like them because, as you can see, it's pretty informative. The only thing I don't like about Zacks is every time you come here, you have to enter your email address, log on, and whenever you want something, you got to enter your email. And so let's just look at, we've been using Bristol Myers Squibb. One things I like about Zacks is that they'll give you an easy to read format, meaning 3 of their people are saying hold, as you can gather, the green buy, the red sell. And they'll give you some of this information. So if you want to look at research reports for BM Bristol Myers Squibb, see, this is the part that I don't like. Every time you want something, you got to put in your email address. Not that that's a huge problem, but it's sort of time consuming, sort of inefficient. If I'm looking to get the information, just give it to me. I don't want to have to continue to enter my email address every time I want some data. And so that's one of the only things I really don't like about Zacks. They do give you a lot of great information. It's easy to use. When you want to look at their styles and scores, they'll explain what that means. So I love Zacks. The only downside of Zacks for me is that every time I really want in-depth data, I got to go enter my email address, and that's just too much for me. I haven't really used this one. Some of you may like this investor guide. Here's their stock research. Let's go with, we've been using Bristol Myers Squibb to see what that looks like. Yeah, I can tell I don't really care for this because it's I'm not seeing the information that I want. You have to click on too many things in here. So again, I probably wouldn't be using this one. But again, if you like that one, by all means, take a look at it. It might fit for you. Seeking Alpha is a good one. A lot of information, a lot of news. These guys are more portfolio, hedge fund, VC type guys. A little bit more technical, I think. Again, you got to join, and it's free, but you got to join that. I do have a membership in Seeking Alpha, but for what we're talking about, beginning investors, maybe you don't need that. And then online brokerages. I've used Share Builder before. I use Ally now for my teaching, but I have other brokerage accounts. And so all your brokerage accounts will show you some of the same information. But for the most part, I want to show you all where you could go to really start getting in-depth knowledge and what you can look at as far as if you want to get into this realm where you want to start investing. Start using some sites and platforms where you can get information to help make positive choices for you financially and wise decisions. So with that, we're going to conclude this tutorial about where you could go to start getting your feet wet, looking at information. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jason and Fields, because we'll be giving you a lot of these types of videos come 2019. Peace.